everybody, to another cast of the Reddit League Season 3 here on YouTube. My name is Zotomo, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Calamity. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that, because we're casting one of mine again. So
You will not be
we'll
doing
have to
good
see.
for much longer.
Yeah, we'll see as you tear apart my Geoguessr skills. But no, a very interesting matchup. One of the matchups we had last season, Calamity, me versus Noicel.
Do you remember how you did?
I didn't win, I remember that.
Yep. Do you think you can change that now?
In Belgium, probably not. My guess is Noisel's got a European country down pretty well, and I'll put up a decent score, but I'll fail to get a number of aces, and he'll get an ace or two, and that'll be enough to get him the win. I don't actually remember what he got. I just remember how it ended. So I just remember the result for me. But yeah, anyways, after 2 weeks, our scores are pretty close. Our best games pretty similar. 24,824 for me, 24,525 for him. My average points just slightly higher, 23,807, 22,171 for him. But he does have me on aces by one. My first week against Deep Thought ended in a draw, so I'm 1-1-0. Noicel is 1-0-1. So definitely a very important matchup. Noicel, a contender for the playoffs last season, and I think losing to him pretty much cost me my place. So.
Yeah, the interesting thing to mention here is that your best game came from different weeks. Your best game came from Uruguay, and Noisel's from Dams of the World in week 2. With Noicel having a relatively weak game in Uruguay. Not too comparable, Belgium and Uruguay, but, you know, it's still a country map.
Yeah, Uruguay is bigger? I guess that's a feeling that I
Yeah,
have.
I think a bit, but not much. Let me actually look that up.
The thing about Uruguay compared to Belgium, though, as we take a look at this map we have here in week 3, is that it's much less populated, and the towns are kind of stand out more. Things are spread out. There's fewer major roads. Belgium has quite the road network, and the kind of spattering of villages is everywhere. But yeah, nonetheless, average score for this map, 21,000, 1 point, over 50,000 locations, and has been played just over 400 times. Yeah, Calamity, I gave you my thoughts about this matchup. Who do you favor going to this one?
Yeah, just before we go into that, Uruguay, yep, about 5 times the size of Belgium.
5 times?
Yep. Uruguay is 175,000 or 76,000 square kilometers, and Belgium has about 30,000.
I would not have guessed that.
Yeah,
maybe, but
it's hard to compare sizes of countries on different continents because they're surrounded by other countries. And Uruguay is surrounded by like massive Argentina and Brazil, and Belgium is surrounded by a small little Luxembourg and the Netherlands.
That might be it, yeah.
So yeah,
perspective.
But yeah, I don't know if. I mean, I do know because I know as well how it ended. But going into the week, yeah, I wouldn't have called you the favorite, to be honest.
No.
Yeah, I don't really think you're that good at pinpointing in small countries. Just from my experience with you. I don't know if that's something Noicel is particularly good at, but he just has to be better than you.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. So like not being good at pinpointing hurts me a lot more in small countries where every kilometer really counts. On larger countries or world maps, when I can be a little bit more inaccurate and still get, close to 5K or even get an ace, it definitely covers up my poor skill in the pinpointing department. So Belgium will definitely be a test of my pinpointing. And as we'll see, it's not easy, at least for me. So yeah, let's jump right in here to round number 1. And we'll start off in at least a little town, from what we can see.
Yeah, it looks almost a bit suburban, I would have said. Or at least like on the outskirts of a town or city.
Something like that. I'm heading sort of out of town. This appears to be out of town, and it appears to be a soccer stadium or something.
That's Mouscron, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a
So,
city, but I recognize the football club.
yeah, I was kicking myself in my commentary, like, ooh, I wish I would have studied Belgium soccer at this point, because that would have been nice to know.
Mm-hmm.
But already into this, looks like Noicel has a good idea of what town we might be in.
Yeah, Noicel spent about 30 seconds or even more on that roundabout.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's found much on it.
Looking for some signs as well. I move south. I'm also moving south, but on quite different roads. There is the town name.
Yep.
Not sure if the football club has the same name, but where is it? The language and such is a clue of where to start looking. But, oh, there it is. I found it a lot faster than I did in the actual game. It's right there on the border. Maybe that's a little bit what caught me off guard, but...
Yeah. That's also why there's quite a bit of French around, even if you're technically in the Dutch-speaking parts of Belgium, because it's that... I know it's like right on the border, but
yeah,
I
it's
think...
like right on the border.
Yeah, it is technically, or... No, it is in the French-speaking part of Belgium. The border just like makes a little jump up there to cover the city.
There we go. Got a very nice sign, A22, which is red, which is a French road.
Mm-hmm.
And do I find that? I don't remember if I saw that on the map or not. I think I did, but...
It's right there.
Yeah, I know where to look now. There's the towns, there's everything. Oh, there we go, now I see it. Okay, so I've got the town. Noisel's still dancing around some roundabouts.
Yeah.
I don't think he's seen anything with just under 2 minutes to go. I definitely have the better sign, at least.
He's seen
Oh,
French, of that I'm sure.
Yeah.
It does look like he is in Mouscron on the map. There's something there, it's just too small for me to read.
Yes, he does have us in the right town. And it seems like all the white roads on his map are blurred out.
So, Tomo, why did you just have your pin in France?
Well, if you find that interesting, wait till I make a guess.
Oh, God.
Thankfully, the country doesn't matter, just the distance. Yeah, I kind of get lost in the weeds a bit looking for roads, and I don't actually pay attention to the border. He must have something off with his white balance or something, his brightness.
Yeah,
I don't see any white. Weird. Yeah. But there's looks like to be the football stadium. He'll use that to pinpoint. So we're both in the general area with about 45 seconds left. I'm trying to find some street names or something I can use. There's one. Emancipation.
Rue de Emancipation. Yep. I mean, for now, you're still looking in the right country.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the border coming up.
And I'm going in a circle, and I don't realize I've crossed the border. So I just know it's not in that part where I just looked. Yeah, and so Noicel will guess 4,880 points for him just down the road. And I will run out of time and not move my marker back across the road. 4,759 points for me. So that was more of just running out of time, and I was moving my pin as I was searching, and I just did not even notice that I had moved into France.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you do always say I'm making fun of your Geoguessr skills, but you do make it very easy for me.
Yeah, I think the minute it zoomed out after it officially runs out of time, I was like, oh, I'm in France. And like kicking myself, because if I would have even just stayed in Belgium, but like realized that, oh, move closer, I would have been closer, right? So I was just got lost in the weeds. Did not see the stadium like Noicel did, so he'll take a 121 point lead going into round number 2 here. Let's see if I can get the country right on this one. You can see I do spend a little bit of time probably bemoaning the fact that how could I possibly have guessed in the wrong country. But
I'm not sure if anyone's ever done that
Here we
before
go.
in Reddit League.
Well, we were like not even a kilometer from the border, so it's not like we were in Paris and I accidentally guessed in Belgium or something like that. It was, a matter of few dozen meters. But
I mean, you might have crossed over into France at one point in your round. I don't know.
Yeah, no, because that one sign I saw was French roads and cities, so I think I did pass over. Anyway, into round number 2 here, another small, medium town. And there's a route, so we're in the French-speaking part again. Round 2, and we will start looking for some signs. I can't seem to decide which way to go. Oh,
there are some signs.
Catch the sign that Noicel is also looking at.
I don't recognize any of them.
I don't know, neither do I. That's why I just take a brief scan. Probably too long of a scan.
Probably.
Looking for those towns. Yeah.
I wonder what Noicel is looking at here.
I don't know. He seems to look at weird things, but then he did get the location. So, he's maybe trying to find this sign behind the van. Maybe that's it.
Does that say? I think that says Mons, right?
I think it started with an M. But these signs are nicely painted.
Yeah, I remember those signs from when I played through that seed.
Yeah. More small town names I probably won't find on the map I do a good job at least of trying to stay on the main road. I'll give you that. There we go. Brussels, Mons, Paris. There we go.
Don't go to France. You're hesitant. You're about to go to France.
No. I learned my lesson.
That's France.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where exactly Paris is in relation to Mons. Is it parallel or south or what exactly?
Should have probably. I mean, do you know that Valenciennes is a border town in France to Belgium? That's probably the more relevant.
Which one?
Valenciennes.
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay. That would probably be the more relevant reference rather than Paris, which is, I guess, somewhere southwest of Belgium.
Yeah, pretty much. So, somewhere in here, along this road, the arrows are to the European roads, so we're not on them. Obviously, the small little town obviously doesn't fit that as well. But
there are some of the villages that you've seen on signs here. This one, for example. Yeah.
Noicel has found a good sign. He's spending most of his time also scanning the map, looking for Well.
Yep.
French. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. But I know we're near the border again, and we're not too far actually from where we were in round 1, just a little bit further south. So, I'm looking. There's the town. There we go. I do find it. Noicel now seeing those major road signs that I saw a little bit ago. Now it's time to jump back to the start and figure out where exactly it is.
Yeah, this is one of the towns that you have to zoom in really far for it to show up.
Yeah, so I know we're not in the town, and we traveled a ways to get there. Because in a small country can be a bit of a bad judge of distance. How far exactly did you travel? Okay, I realize I went north.
That looks better, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, not bad. Noicel will guess as my timer runs out as well. 4,176 points for him. 4,984. Last minute adjustment. Paying attention to my compass, Calamity. I am learning. I am learning.
Yeah, and unfortunately for you, the last second adjustment didn't actually come through because you put your marker pretty much on the exact spot. But,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
just a bit too late.
Yeah, but that's a good 800 some odd points I'll pick up against Noicel in that round. But yeah, I think, I don't know, Noicel seemed to have everything I had, maybe just couldn't find on the map as well.
Yeah, that's probably pretty much it. You just couldn't find a small village.
Yeah, got a little bit lucky finding the town.
It can be quite hard to sort of triangulate where you are, you know, when you've got like 7 different town names and they all point in different directions. Because the thing is, sometimes those pesky roads, they make turns. And so you can't always trust the arrow pointed in a certain direction that is exactly the direction the town is in.
Yeah, especially in the small villages where, you know, there's lots of turns everywhere. If you're on a big straight highway, it's pretty obvious, but not those kinds of things. But
there's 2 ways out of town. All other cities must be somewhere along those 2 roads.
Yep. Okay, so we're jumping into round 3 here, and Belgium's been a little bit kind. Another city location with a bus stop and a little sign. I don't know why I think I can read that.
You can't.
But now we'll move along. Appears to be this does not appear to be on the border. This might be, if I remember right. This is the Dutch. Yes. The spelling of that word will definitely mean it's a Dutch word.
Yeah.
So
but since we talked,
as I wiggle my mouse to point that out.
Since we previously talked about, you know, when we did the Division 5 cast last week, about, you know, knowing which signs to look at and which to not look at, that was a sign that you can, like, spend 2-3 seconds looking at, trying to see if you can maybe make out what it says, because that would definitely have the city/village name on it. In this case, yeah, just couldn't read it.
As we see that sign was very good, because Noicel right on the village has got it. Now I've got a E19 sign as well as some cities in the sort of southwesterly direction. Noicel already, only a minute in, is down to pinpointing. No, a minute and a half in. We have 4 minutes 30.
I really
down to pinpointing.
I really like the name Leuven, by the way, for a city. Relatively unrelated, but I like it.
Yeah. It means lion, right?
Yeah.
Like the German, it's the Dutch spelling of Löwe, which is lion in German.
But the German name for it is also literally Löwen.
Okay.
And Löwe is the German word for lion.
So there's the bank in the town. I've managed to find it as well. There's the town center. That's the sign that we saw. So with 2 minutes left, we are down to pinpointing, the both of us. Trying to figure out what this building is right in front of me here. Now, this was a little bit interesting, I remember, because that hair salon, what was it, Uno?
Yeah.
I don't think it's properly marked on the map.
Yeah, I do think I remember myself thinking something's wrong here when I played that. I don't know if it was that, but
it seems to be further, I guess, what is that, south
east,
east, than where it is. So like, okay, there's the, I'm a little bit slow, but I'll get there. And Noicel will guess early and will pick up an ace in this round, so use me all to do so. That now there's Uno, there's the church. It's a little town square. Okay. In the street. There's the street. I think I actually was flipped around, and once I realized I was orientated in the opposite direction, it helped out a little bit.
Yeah, it's really not all that big of a village.
Yeah, but I was moving like north or whatever when I should have been moving south or something. So that's the corner. Okay, there's Uno, but Uno's way down there. Even do a little mouse wiggle. So that means we have to be up here, but that doesn't seem right because that's way too short. So a little bit confused.
Yeah, what you do there is look at the bus station.
And I do. And realize that's a little bit to our north, so I'll move down. Again, it's my brain is like, there's no space between that and that.
Yeah, but bus stations are more
So,
permanent than just
yeah.
businesses.
Yeah, so maybe it moved down the road or something.
Yeah.
Despite my misgivings and confusion, I still am close enough to get that ace. Probably just, not probably safe. But Noicel a lot closer than I was to that. So yeah, maybe better to go off the bus stop further away from that rather than the hair salon there, Calamity.
Yeah, and you say you're safe. You are safe by 1 meter.
Was it 15? I thought it was.
15 meters gives you 2 points less.
Oh, what a day. Yeah, the little things in life, right?
Yeah.
As we jump into round number 4 here. And now we finally get a rural location. After 3 town starts, we are in the woods. So finally a challenge for us here in round 4.
Do you really want that?
I don't know. It definitely gives me, I guess I am ahead. So
yeah, my point.
Knowing that, I don't want it. But not knowing that, it's not too bad. But again, Tall and Paula dropping some knowledge, saying the only real forest in Belgium is the Ardennes in the south. And so I immediately jump down there and see if I can't find a few small town names.
Yeah, Noicel also, I don't know if you've seen it. I think you're on the same intersection, but there was a sign for Abbé. And yeah, you find just a different town as well, but Abbé is also standing out there.
I find the Matelange.
Matelange, yeah.
Lange. G. Not a, what do they call that? Glottal? Glottal sound? I don't remember my IPA in a long time. But yeah, some town names, some good distance markers for Noicel there. They'll help him triangulate a little bit better.
Yeah, if he didn't recognize any of the cities so far, then he definitely should with these.
And there they are. He's sure able to find them. It's that. Abe, we don't really know how far that is, but we do know the distances to the other cities.
With we, you mean him? Because I don't think you've seen them.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I've seen that sign.
Yep.
I think I do see it eventually, but
yeah, so Noicel knows he's 4 kilometers away from Matelange, and that should give him enough to maybe not exactly pinpoint it, because it is a pretty rural road there, but at least enough to get very close.
Yeah, I believe if I head this way, that's the way he went to find that sign. So with 2 minutes left, I probably catch up to him, at least in terms of seeing that same information. And sure enough, there it is. Very nice. Yeah, it's really hard to tell what he's looking at on his map because it's blurred out, or whited out rather. So can't tell if he's looking at a road or not. But
there is a road there, I think.
I think there, we have to assume there's a road there, otherwise it's a little weird. But you might want to check your white balance and your brightness there. Noicel. There we go. We see some names now. And there we get a village name that's really close to us. We We have a couple villages off in the distance as well as a close one, and I find that one. There we go.
Yeah, I was a bit worried because the sign clearly said Martelange is to the east and you put us south of it, but finding that sign made up for it.
And I know we don't start in the town.
I'm not sure why you're looking east. I mean, I guess.
Well, the problem is I saw all those names, so it's
Yeah.
like... Okay, so now go south.
Good.
I went north to get to the town. If you're
Yes.
listening, I'm probably actually saying this in the video. Think out loud.
Well, for a quick second, you could actually see a road on Noisel's map. There it is.
Oh, there we go. Looks like we're on the same... We on the same road?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, he's on the right road anyway.
Yeah.
That was 4,996 for him. And I moved us. Not confident on this road. I don't know which one of these it is. And with 4 seconds,
Yeah.
not really going to help me to jump back to the start. And nope, too far away. 4,475 from me. I think I really misjudged how far I traveled.
Yeah.
I think I moved a lot less than I did. And so I put us way closer to the main road up there
Yeah.
than I should have.
There's also the thing that the sign that said "Welcome to Fauvilliers" was like 10 kilometers away, or something like 5 kilometers away from the actual city that it welcomed you to, which doesn't help.
That might have been. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah. But yeah, so I will drop a few points there to Noicel as we get into our final round here. Very close though, Calamity. It's going to come down to this last location pretty much and how we do in this one.
Let's see how.
At least
So-
I'm making it competitive.
19. Yeah, you're 166 points ahead right now.
Yeah, so 19,218 for me, 19,052 for Noicel. Very slim margin for me here. I didn't really think I was this close going into the final round. Oop, hit a dead end.
You hit
There's
the same
route.
dead end.
So, French speaking part of the country. There's a town name. New. Is that how you do EUX?
You knew.
You knew, yeah. There's no hard k sound at the end of that one.
Yeah.
Okay. We gotta be over there somewhere. Little town. Can you find it?
Yeah.
The Where's Waldo's part of the round has begun. But
Yeah, it
Noisel's
also-
definitely traveling a lot more. Has made his way into probably the more of the main village here.
It did also tell you Sumania, which is the biggest city of the two on the sign. Bigger, not big.
Still pretty small.
Yep.
Good luck finding it. It's a phone number if you manage to memorize some area codes in Belgium.
What are the area codes like in Belgium?
I don't remember. I'm trying to learn Cambodian right now. So, gives you a hint of how late we're recording this, but
If you want another hint, don't learn the Cambodian area codes.
yeah, I'm figuring that out. It's all cell phones anyways. There we go. Here's some towns with some distances, which is very nice, but
The
they're
distances.
small.
Yeah, the distances are single digits, which is less nice.
Yeah, you want them to be a big town far away that you can use.
Yeah,
but-
Noisel's actually found the town. I don't know how he did that,
wow.
but
Yeah, I mean, he seems to be pretty familiar with the country. The rounds, he's been able to gather some information and then jump to it on the map. So maybe has a little bit of knowledge, maybe practiced quite a bit. Got familiar with a few locations.
Maybe we're just missing the information that he finds.
Well, I don't know. I'm watching him more than I'm watching myself because I kind of know what I did. But I mean, at least from my perspective, I haven't seen anything from him that would change my mind about like where to look. Just as, I mean, same area, just maybe he's a little bit luckier with the spotting of the town names. But my problem right now is the town name appears one more zoom level down.
You actually just as you said that right at the very top of your map, it said Sumania.
Okay, so I was still looking for the other town names.
Yeah,
so.
you would have never seen that anyway. It was like so far on the edge of the map that's not where you're looking, but it was there.
And Noicel looking for road nails, looking to pinpoint, and we'll be trying to get an ace with just under a minute left. I'm still hoping to be in the right province. There's the big city, Simonia, that you mentioned. I finally see a sign for it. Kind of realized too late that I may have needed more information.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think Noicel saw any major roads either. So it wasn't like he had a big road. He had a badge there. He will get a 5K, another ace for him in the last round, which means I've got to be perfect, or we're at least getting to at least get a draw. I think I win if I get an ace, but
yep. There's the towns again. Now they're actually pretty much on your screen. You're insanely close considering you have no idea where you are pretty much.
Well, it's just kind of, it's got to be somewhere, like just because of geography and just like how I parsed out the country when I was making notes was like, okay, you're here. And I just was like, it's got to be here somewhere. And I was just searching in too big of an area.
Yep.
That I wasn't able to actually see them. So only 3,147 points from me. Not a bad last round, but comparatively a very poor last round, which sees me drop my lead that I held all the way from round 2 and giving the win over to Noicel. He beats me again, Calamity.
And you will continue to do so as long as you're in the same division.
Yeah, well, maybe. If I ever get a map against him that I can maybe have an advantage on, we'll see. But yeah, just we didn't see too much of different information along our various rounds. He is obviously much better at pinpointing.
Yep.
But when he didn't have information, he was just as far off. So maybe that's the big difference, is if we find information, he can eke out those extra couple hundred points around on me. And whatnot. But if we both have a bad round, we're both equally bad at our worst moments. So it's something to take away from it, I guess. But well, thank you all for watching this cast. We're in Division 4 this time, but please check out our other divisions. We got plenty of videos from, I think we've cast every division except 3 so far, Calamity.
3 will probably have to wait until like week 6 or 7.
Yeah. So you people in Division 3, record your videos so we can show off some of you guys as well. And we'll see you all next time. Take care.
Bye.